Hello guys, today we're going to talk about the movie Beetlejuice. Now, I don't own a copy, I watched it through Hulu, but I haven't seen Beetlejuice before. Just some tiny bits and pieces when I was young, but never the whole movie. But I watched it, and I love this movie. It's a great movie, like a lot of people believe. And here's some stuff about it. It was released in 1988. It's rated PG, actually, but keep in mind, this is 80s PG. So nowadays, it'd probably be more PG-13. But yeah, keep that in mind if you want to show the kids this. Because the character drops an F-bomb in this movie. A PG movie in the late 80s with an F-bomb. That's gold right there. But keep that in mind when you're if you're going to watch it with the kids. The movie is an hour and a half long, actually. It's 92 minutes, not that long. And it was released on DVD in 1999. So, the movie on IMDb has a 7.5 out of 10, with about 225,000-ish votes there from the users. That's quite a bit. And it has 70% on Metacritic without 18 critics. It stars Alec Baldwin, who was in Glengarry Glen Ross. I looked through, he was in a ton of stuff, but I never realized that he hasn't really been in a lot of, like, highly rated movies. I may have to do a little more digging, but it's kind of intriguing. This is kind of one of his bigger movies, actually, believe it or not. And it also stars Gina Davis, actually, who was in The Fly. She actually was in quite a bit of stuff now that I've been watching a lot of movies. I've been catching her in a lot of stuff, especially horror, surprisingly, like this. And it's directed by, of course, Tim Burton. We all know this. And he also did Edward Scissorhands and a cajillion other things. On Rotten Tomatoes, the movie has 84% by critics. It's certified fresh without 55 critics, and 82% by audiences, about 33,000-ish audience people. And the critics' consensus on Rotten Tomatoes is brilliantly bizarre and overflowing with ideas. Beetlejuice offers some of Michael Keaton's most deliciously manic work, and every funny work and creepy funny fun for the whole family. The movie's available to stream on Hulu, so I checked that out. Me and my sister were going to watch it much earlier, but it went off, and then it went back on, and we watched it. So keep that in mind. Keep an eye out for it, but right now you should find it there, hopefully. And it's available to rent and buy on PlayStation Store, YouTube, Google Play, iTunes, Fandango, and Vudu. This movie's awesome. I think I kind of knew what to expect, but I guess what I didn't know what to expect is, I guess I didn't expect the creativity. I knew, like, there was cool effects and everything, but what I wasn't prepared for was the ideas of death, the concept of death in this movie. I just find quite fascinating. I love the characters in it. It's a very deadpan humor, no pun intended. Actually, pun intended. It's very like, it reminds me of, like, Tales from the Crypt. Like, if Tales from the Crypt did a movie episode, this would be one of it. It has that tone, it has that humor, it has the amazing effects. The effects in this movie, they're not actually very bloody, actually. There's a little bit of blood, but it's more of the classic kind of multiple colors of death kind of that unfortunately has been lost in our generation. Nowadays, it's like black, brown, and dark red. It's just unpleasing colors. But back then, it was much more colorful, which I liked much more. Let's see. Alright, let's start with acting. The acting's very well done. There's an awesome comedic tone that's consistent with all the characters. And they all have with all the characters. Especially Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is kind of a whole different monster of comedy in his own thing. He's kind of more of the over-the-top comedic element. Everyone else kind of plays it more reserved, calm kind of deal. But yeah, I love the acting in this movie. It's very consistent. It's the actors are funny. They read their lines with great timing. And yeah, it's especially Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's a genius in this movie, like always. Acting, special effects are a huge part of this movie. Pretty much practical effects, really. There might be some hints of blue screen or green screen or whatever, but those are minimal. And I love the stop motion effects. It's just bizarrely awesome. I love the effects on the dead people. I like every dead person has their story. They have their own style. They have the whole world is just there's just so much in it that you could explore, and there should have been more of these movies because it's a whole awesome world worth of exploration that has criminally not been explored enough of yet. But the world is awesome. Special effects are great. The story is fantastic. It's funny. It's dark. It has great ideas in it. It's just very, very well done. It's directed very well. Tim Burton, just like of course it's directed well. It's Tim Burton, you know. And then acting, special effects, story, direction, cinematography is very good too. The camera angles, they do a great job of showing off the effects and the lighting. The lighting is key. There's a lot of great lighting in this movie. Oh man, but yeah, that's. And of course, this movie is available on DVD anywhere. You can find it at Walmart, Myers, FYE. You can find it online. It's pretty widely available, so you can get your hands on it too. Now, I do recommend looking for Blu-ray. Anytime a movie is very special effects driven, I recommend Blu-ray, because Blu-ray can show off those special effects and cinematography that much better. But DVD should be fine too. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. It's a great movie. You gotta check. You should check it out. If you're a big Tim Burton fan, you're not gonna change your mind with this movie. But if you love Tim Burton and you haven't watched Beetlejuice, you should watch Beetlejuice. And there's a sequel coming out soon, apparently, and I'm looking forward to that. I hope they maintain everything that made this one great too. And but yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.